Today we're in Glendale, California. We're going to Forest Lawn Memorial Park, and we're going to pay our respects to a few fallen heroes of the silver screen. Welcome to the party, my friend. Your friendly neighborhood Master Chaos, back with you once again. Today I hope you have your hankies handy. This is going to get a little sad. We're going to meet some celebrities today, and fortunately these celebrities have passed. This expansive cemetery, I believe, is over 300 acres. It's the biggest cemetery in Los Angeles. There's a little church down there we're going to end our visit at. We'll be back to that little church. It's a little fun thing I want to show you there. Our first celebrity guest is right down here. First up is a man whose career defines Hollywood for me, at least old Hollywood. I became a fan of his in high school. I went to a Catholic school, and one of my teachers was a nun, and during Christmas, not that her being a nun has anything to do with it, but I just want to color the picture for you a little better. During Christmas, right before the holiday break, she showed us It's a Wonderful Life. First time I had ever seen this movie, and it was the first time I had ever cried in school. And to this day, it's probably my favorite film of all time. It shares real estate with Jaws, but Jimmy Stewart has been a big part of my cinematic experience, my cinematic journey, and I've been living in California for over 13 years, and I have yet to pay my respects. So why don't you and I go do that right now? And there he is, folks. James Maitland-Stewart, born May 20th, 1908. Passed July 2nd, 1997. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. And he shares space right next to his lovely wife, Gloria, who passed in 1994. She made life better, apparently. Mr. Stewart, I just want to say that I'm a big fan, and I really thank you for your movies. You made an impact in who I am and how I view the world, and I just want to thank you for being a good man, a decent man, and, well, showing the world that decent men can triumph. And I thank you very much for that. It's not much. That's from my garden at home. Just wanted you to have that. Small little token of my thanks. James Maitland-Stewart right here. I do apologize for getting a little emotional there. I don't know if you could tell. This actor means a lot to me. This is a human being that I definitely think made the world a better place. Mr. Stewart, thank you so much. It's really hot, so I'm going to move my hand from that. Thank you so much for everything, Mr. Stewart, and everyone watching at home, I'm sure thanks you as well. Your movies will live on forever, sir. Thank you. It's kind of a big moment for me, honestly. It's one of my favorite actors, whenever you meet your favorite actor. Meet. Kind of just want to sit here for a minute in private, and then we'll continue our tour. It's amazing to me. Look at it. I mean, this guy, multi-millionaire, superstar, but he played a very humble man in the movies, and he was a very humble man in life. And look at his tombstone here. It's very simple, very plain, almost plainer than some of the other ones. It's very weird to me, but I guess it doesn't really matter what you hide under when you die. It's you leave behind, and that's important, something to remember. Give me a minute and we'll continue. Okay, let's keep going. Thank you, Mr. Stewart. We'll be back and say hi. Boy, I'll tell you what, my friend, this place is a maze, and it's very hard to find the graves I'm looking for. I had to sort of get out of my car and turn on Google and do a bit of a walk, which is fine. We're gonna get our steps in, but it's becoming increasingly more difficult to find the resting places that we would like to pay our respects at. Damn, you gotta watch out for snakes, friggin' wolves or coyotes, and mountain lions everywhere, even at the cemetery. I did come across the resting place of Vincente Minnelli. This, of course, is Liza Minnelli's dad, and he is, of course, a filmmaker of great renown. I believe he's an Academy Award winner, if I'm not mistaken. Passed away in 1986. Rest in peace, sir. Thank you for your movies. Amazing view from this place. Just gorgeous. Very different from my hometown of Miami, Florida, where everything is flat. Here, they had to build houses up on the hills. There wasn't enough room. Isn't that crazy? People live up there. We're here at the Freedom Mausoleum, part of Forest Lawn, of course. We're gonna go meet someone who has led probably the most stellar life of anybody we will see today. This person has the humblest of resting places. You're not gonna believe who it is this person is, but it is this person. This person was not cryogenically frozen. He was cremated and buried here. This is the final resting place of Mr. Walt Disney. That is correct. Good old Walt was cremated, and his ashes were spread here in this little lovely garden. There's a bench here to sit and reflect on his life. Looks like Sharon Disney Brown Lund, I believe that was one of his daughters. Her ashes were scattered in paradise. I'm not sure if it's here or somewhere else, but looks like she's interred here with her parents, Walter and Lillian. Mr. Disney, I brought this from home for you, sir. I think it'll go well in your garden. Thank you for everything you've done, for films, for creators, for people who love imagination. Thank you so much, Mr. Disney. It's truly an honor to be here, sir. I've spent a few moments with you. As you can see, someone left a little Mickey Mouse pin. I think I'm going to put my flower somewhere near that. I don't want to bother that person's... looks like somebody left a note and a pin. I don't want to bother that. That's theirs. I'll leave my flower there. Right here, believe it or not. Crazy to think. Final resting place of Mr. Walt Disney. Rest in peace, sir. Incidentally, I should mention, I've walked over 2 miles in this cemetery today. Not too shabby. Here we find the grave of the one and only Maria Uspenskaya, our beloved madam. Born July 29, 1887. Died December 3rd, 1949. For those of you who don't immediately recognize her name, she was the gypsy woman in the Wolfman films. She was, of course, a very huge part of the Universal horror franchise. I brought 3 flowers from home. This one, of course, is from Madame Uspenskaya. Maria, thank you so much for your work and your films. They'll live on forever. If I may paraphrase your work, your line, Even a woman who is pure in heart and says her prayers by night may become a legend when the wolfbane blooms and the moon is pure and bright. Maria, wherever you are, thank you so much, and I hope you're at peace. It's amazing how vast this place really is. We're only going to scratch the surface today. A lot of the tombs are private. We won't have access to them, but this is our first visit. We'll be back. Lastly, for now, I'm going to pay a visit to the resting place of Mr. Forrest J. Ackerman, Mr. Sci-Fi himself, and his lovely wife, Wendane. Mr. Ackerman was born in 1916, died in 2008. I was lucky enough to meet him once. His wife died in 1990. He did a lot for science fiction and horror movie fans. Honestly, without Mr. Ackerman, fandom wouldn't be where it was today, where it is today, I should say. Mr. Ackerman's plot here is nicely tucked away, facing a view of the city that he loved very much. Love that view. Amazing. Look at those hills. Mr. Ackerman, you've got a heck of a view here. Beautiful. Of course, the rest of the plots here are just as notable. Lived many powerful lives. But Mr. Ackerman, thank you for yours. Thank you for everything you did. For fandom, for films. I got to meet you once and I was very grateful. I'm glad you and Wendane are reunited, sir. Please rest in peace. So apparently this is news to me. They frown on sightseers or fans paying their respects to the graves, which makes no sense because that's the point of a grave, to be able to come and pay respect to the dearly departed. And I see I have plenty of security that's kind of eyeballing me and slowly circling my vehicle. So I can't spend much time here, which is unfortunate. Also, an unfortunate thing, well, I mean, I understand, it's private. Spencer Tracy is here. Humphrey Bogart is here. I wanted to show you guys those, but they are sort of in private garden areas that are sometimes open to the public and sometimes not. They're not open today. Also, I'm having trouble finding things. This is a very twisty-turny cemetery, probably the biggest one I've ever been to in my life. And I've been to a few. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get everybody I wanted to get today, but I got the top 3 that I wanted, and that was Jimmy Stewart, and Maria Uspensky, and of course, Walt Disney. And I was able to pay my respects to Forrest Ackerman, and of course, Vincent Minnelli as well. I got one more spot for us to stop off at, and then we'll call it a day. Well, my friend, we're almost at the end of this really surprisingly emotional tour, at least for me. We're at the Wee Kirk of the Heather Chapel. It's inside, of course, the Forest Lawn Memorial Park. In this little chapel, a lot of Hollywood has gotten married. As a matter of fact, Ronald Reagan and his first wife, whose name escapes me at the moment, Jane Wyman, I believe. They got married here at this church, as well as a few hundred other celebrities. Quiet little space here. Looks like they're setting up for something, so I don't want to disturb. I do want to show you a lovely little piece of, I guess, history, lore. Something that's kind of come to my attention that I really, oh God, look how beautiful. This is the first time I'm back here. Oh my gosh. Look at this. It's like a fairy tale. It looks like a Disney castle. There's a specific chair I'm looking for. Maybe it's up here. Looks like there's a fountain area here, which we cannot access. And then there's a upper portion here, where hopefully we'll find what we're looking for. If not, I will double back. Looks like this is the restrooms. Okay, this isn't exactly what we're looking for. I wonder if it's still here. No, maybe it isn't. Okay, so this is the back of the house. Old church. A lot of funerals were held here as well. I found what I was looking for. I passed it the first time because it was under this awning, and I guess they're prepping for a service. This is the wishing chair. Forest Lawn has built this Annie Laurie wishing chair of stone, which once composed a part of the old wee kirk at Glencairn, where Annie Laurie worshipped. In Glencairn, they say the fairies have blessed these stones. Tradition tells us that good fortune will forever smile upon the bride and bridegroom who sit in this chair on their wedding day, and, hand in hand, recite together the verse on the tablet in front of the wishing chair. Well, we're not getting married, but let's have a seat. Okay, pal. You're here. I'm here. Let's recite this verse together. Dressed in our best and all alone, we sit within the wishing chair, which bodes success for everyone, exchanging bridal kisses there. Well, I guess we're not exchanging bridal kisses, but it couldn't hurt to make a wish. I suppose everyone has a lot of wishes, especially nowadays. A wish for the virus to finish, a wish for a return to normal, maybe a wish for all the money in the world to be able to afford every boutique Blu-ray release, maybe a wish to meet some celebrity that is currently alive and maybe get to know them, become friends with them, who knows. Your wish is your wish. Why don't you do that right now while we sit here? You make a wish, and I'll silently make a wish as well. And then I guess we'll leave it up to the fairies that have blessed these stones. Blessed. So, did you hear that? Kind of came out a little either southern or Irish. Maybe the fairies are speaking through me. Anyway, I'll be quiet. You make a wish. I'm not going to tell you my wish. You shouldn't tell me yours either. More power that way. I'm here in that garden, by the way, part of the Wee Kirk church, or chapel. I think Kirk is Irish for church. I think that's what it was. And here's where I'll sign off. You know what? Maybe we'll have the little lovely chapel behind us. Lovely piece of history. Look how beautiful that is. My God. I could sit here all day, and I won't. I probably will when I got the camera, but don't worry, you won't have to sit here all day, stare at the church, unless, well, you can always come and do that. Forest Lawn, Glendale. My friend, I hope this video has found you happy, healthy, and well. This has been an amazing journey for me. It's been an emotional journey for me. Tomorrow we hit 40 episodes, 40 daily vlogs. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. If you do, I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I have something very special planned. Don't want to spoil it, but come back tomorrow and you'll find out. If you're old here, it's good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming on this rather emotional journey with me. Well, pal, until we meet again, I wish you a very pleasant good day, good evening, and good night. And all of you up there as well, thank you for letting us visit. This has been your Philly Neighborhood Master Chaos. Signing off for now. Take care of yourself, wherever you are.